What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I take a look at the 2021-22 Finest Flashbacks UEFA Hobby box from Topps. These dropped on the Topps website for 160 bucks a few years ago, believe it or not, and have now gone all the way down to 50 bucks. But yeah, as always, we're here to show you guys what this product's all about. So let's get right into it, guys. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, really helps us grow, and helps us put more content out there like this for you guys. And when you click on eBay search links on this page and make a purchase, it can result in us earning a commission, which supports us in the long run as part of the eBay Partner Network. So just an FYI, let's show you all the sides of the box. I'm not doing my usual thing where I open this up and get all the packs out because there is a box topper in there. Don't want to spoil it just yet. But here are all the sides. They basically say the same thing in every direction. And here's the back. Well, let's actually do this. And then let's zoom in on the odds, back when the odds used to be on the product. Love to see it. But as you guys saw, this is going to be a 5x18 format, 80 cards total. And we should be getting one numbered card per box, one regular refractor, and a bunch of base and inserts. And you can also get autos from these, but unfortunately those are going to be one in every 6 boxes, which is basically one per case. And in terms of base parallels, I'll put up a reference table on the screen for you guys to see what to expect. And the first table is going to show you guys the launch price, and then the second one should show you the cost based on current market price. And in addition to that, here's a comparison with the 2022-23 set that we reviewed a while back. And you know, based on that table, it looks like the print run for the 2021-22 set is a little over 3,000 cases or so. But yeah, last but not least, we're also going to be getting that box topper, basically like a jumbo card that is going to be on top of the card. That's why they call it a box topper. And here's actually what they look like, just a little sneak peek from the 2022-23 set. And this is a regular sized card. So it's here's in the center, in the corner. So way bigger, but time to get all the packs out, and hopefully we got a numbered box topper. Doesn't look like it, and I think I know who the player is. It is Romelu Lukaku. So there it is. Let's compare it to the one that we just showed you guys. So very, very similar actually. All right, let's get these guys out of the way. Let's get all of these packs out. So this has like a very strange packaging method. So the first row, all packs, and then the second row has like a styrofoam piece. I don't know why it's only like that side, not this side, but it's probably has something to do with the number of packs per box. But let's get into this first pack here, see how we can start things off. Actually, let me just show you guys this one more time for all the pack aficionados out there. But yeah, that is going to be it for odds. Now, of course, all the products, you can see them online. And starting us off is Maxence Lacroix, probably one of the most French names I've ever seen in soccer. There's one of our rookies that we're keeping an eye out for, Benjamin Šeško base. So I personally like this design way more than the 2022-23 set because, you know, all the cards were green in that set for whatever reason. Again, I mean, if this is your first time seeing Finest Flashbacks, they usually choose like a throwback design. That's why it's called Flashbacks. Kind of makes sense. For this specific set, they used the 1993 Topps Finest. So the regular Topps Finest set from 1993, that's the design that it had, and they're using it for this one and calling it Finest Flashbacks. So it looks like we have a prism. Here is one of our first football's finest all-stars. So these are not that rare, but not that common either. Obviously the base is going to be the most common, but this should be our numbered card. Maybe it's an auto. Let's find out. Kiaz is telling you it's not an auto. No, no, no. And it is going to be Julian Brandt. So 18 out of 35. You usually don't really see a lot of number cards numbered to 35. And these, I think, were still on higher quality stock. Let's find out. No, it fit in a regular top loader just fine. So not Merlin stock by any means, but I'd say you can compare it to more recent chrome stock from Topps, or just the traditional prism stock from Panini. So what else do we have to look forward to in this box other than one number card? Obviously an auto for lucky, 1 in 6 boxes, and then a refractor, whoop-de-doo. So pretty crazy release, like price to output ratio is just like wild. I don't know like what they were thinking with this product, but anyway, it is what it is. It is where it is in terms of market price at this point, which is actually pretty great. So we did actually run a group break of this, 2 full cases, which is, you know, like we said, 6 boxes per case. There's 2. And we actually pulled a Allison Becker 1/1 Superfractor for one of our members. So congrats to Pseudo Al once again. If you'd like to join any group breaks, guys, we do have some on our website. There's Messi. And yeah, we do have other products as well. Breakfastcards.com, of course. So group breaks, services, and products. And wow, is that an auto? Maybe we just got lucky and we got a second numbered card. Definitely not guaranteed. You are guaranteed 1. But let's see what this gold is going to be. Can we guess the player? Is that Andre Onana? No, it is not. It is Angel Gomez. So 25 of 50. Like I said, this does happen, although not that frequently, where you'd get an extra numbered card, basically, per box. And there is still a chance that we do get an auto. So if it is an auto, obviously we're looking for Cole Palmer, because that's going to be the main chase rookie. Things changed just a little bit since release, but you know, for the most part, it is going to be Cole Palmer, Gavi as usual. And then who else in the first tier? I would say Sheshko from earlier and Jonathan David. Don't think we've seen Jonathan David yet, but the second tier, I guess maybe not as good as the first one, but a lot of noteworthy players like Anthony Elanga, Amadou Onana, Pedro Gonçalves. Here's our refractor, Kimmich. And who else did I forget to add to that list? Gvardiol, Luka Sucic, and Liam Delap. That guy was a bigger rookie chase than Cole Palmer at the time. There is Gvardiol, which is, yeah, just goes to show. Things can change very, very drastically in the rookie world for any sport, let alone soccer. And it looks like we're probably going to be getting a bunch of base here, last 2 packs. And if you are wondering, for those of you who like to chase 1/1s, if you are wondering how easy or difficult it is to pull a 1/1, any 1/1, base auto, base, insert, it is going to be 1 in 17 of these cases. So there's Mbappe, and no auto, unfortunately, but let's take a look at all these. Greens actually has way more than I thought, so we did get some highlights there. But our refractor, sole refractor, is going to be Joshua Kimmich, and then a couple of chase rookies here. I feel like I missed some, but we ended up getting 2 numbered cards, which is not too shabby at all, because you are guaranteed just 1. This is out of 50, this is out of 35. But how do we rate this set, guys? In the grand scheme of things, the release was a pretty rough one, not gonna lie, which is why this set's gonna get a pretty brutal rating. So not too shabby for a design, you know, which is actually better than the 2022-23 one. It just got worse than that one. But you know, the set size of like 200 could have easily been like 100 or 150. I mean, they just like made this, they printed this as much as they could. But in terms of launch price, of course, you guys already know, this is like a massively overpriced release with a price tag of like a hobby box and has the output of like a mega box basically. So at least market price currently reflects that situation very, very well. Just funny how things usually end up naturally where they are after a while when it comes to like supply and demand, most of the times at least. But for 1 numbered card per box, it was probably one of the worst hobby products at the time when it came out. So, different story now. And, at least the auto checklist is pretty good, even though it's like 1 auto in every 6 boxes. But aside from Cole Palmer, bringing this set back from the dead, because a lot of people just completely forgot that this existed, there's probably not much else going for these boxes, other than like the price point. So definitely seems like an unnecessary release, especially at the time with like a lot of other stuff coming out with like very, very high print runs as well. So, really the saving grace for these is going to be the price and how it's like reached equilibrium and, can still be like a pretty enjoyable rip. But just going to keep it that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, found helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.